Coming up on Winning Bets, we've got a loaded weekend of action. I've got 12 bets across all the major sports leagues. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Matters with Winning Bets. Thanks for kicking off your weekend with me as we look to cruise on into the weekend. You know, it's time to pull out an old trick that we've done here on Winning Bets twice. When, we're just running into some bad luck, things aren't really going our way, we've been losing some bets. We're not having a bad week, but, we're in a little bit of a hole. We've gone twice now where we put on the face paint. We put on the war paint, and it's helped us dig up out of a hole. That's exactly what we're going to do today. Let's put on the paint. Let's get serious, and let's look to rebound. That Jets loss last night, man, that really irritates the hell out of me. Jets end up losing that game. You get 3 interceptions against a third-string quarterback, and you can't win that game. That really burns me. But you know what? We're going to get after it today. We're going to see if the war paint can't get us a 3-0 of digging up a little bit hole. Like I said, I've got 12 bets for you. There's definitely going to be one of these 12 that you want to follow me along with, and it starts on today's MLB action with the Marlins and the Cubs game. Look, so far this season, in the regular season, the Cubs average 4 point, or no, not 4 point, whoa, that's all right. The Cubs average .41 runs per first inning, which was 25th in the major leagues, and the Marlins average .46 runs per first inning, which was 20th in the league. The Marlins have Sixto Sanchez on the mound, and his 7 starts so far this season, he gave up runs 1 time in the first inning, and that was against the Braves offense. We've talked about that Braves offense extensively here on the show, how they're a top 5 unit. So, you give up a run against the Braves, but not the worst thing in the world. And Yu Darvish is on the mound for the Cubs, and his 12 starts this season, he gave up runs in the first inning 2 times. The Cubs offense is batting 27th this season in the major leagues, and the Marlins offense is batting 17th in the major league so far this season. We're going to go and ride no runs in the first inning, and that comes in at -155. So Cubs, Marlins, no run in the first inning, -155. All right, for now, that's the only baseball action that we've got, on this show. We'll see what, the pitching matchups are the rest of the weekend. So just make sure you're following me on Twitter at WinningBetsPod in case we come out with any more baseball bets before now and before Monday. Let's jump over now to soccer, primarily in the Premier League, but we're going to dabble a little bit also in La Liga and also the Bundesliga League. But let's kick it off in the Premier League where we've got Everton versus Brighton. Look, Everton is absolutely, really outstanding this season. It all starts with bringing in James. They really didn't have that number 10 position solved prior to this season. They tried Gylfi in that role, and he really wasn't quite clicking it. But then they brought in James, and he has really, lifted that team. Calvert-Lewin is having an outstanding season. They're going up against Brighton. I know Brighton just took Manchester United to the brink and almost, got a draw in that game. Don't let that fool you. Manchester United does that, right? They play down the competition. They play up the competition. So I'm not going to read too much into that Brighton result because it was against a United team. I'm going to go ahead and take Everton on the money line at -134. Next matchup we want to look at here is Wolves and Fulham. Look, Wolves are an absolutely outstanding team defensively. I think they've got just enough offense here where they'll be able to punish Fulham a couple times. And I just don't see Fulham putting anything past, this Wolves team. They're just really, really too good, sound defensively. I think I'm going to go ahead and parlay Wolves money line. Take the over of 1.5, and that comes in at -115. So make sure you parlay Wolves money line over 1.5. It comes in at -115. Next matchup we want to look at here is Liverpool versus Aston Villa. Look, an absolutely lopsided matchup. I mean, Liverpool should absolutely smash. Aston Villa is going to be a better team. They did bring in Ross Barkley in midweek through the transfer market, but you're not all of a sudden on Liverpool's level. Liverpool wants to repeat. They want to be champions. Jurgen Klopp is building a dynasty there, it seems like. So we're going to earmark that game. The other game, we've got Arsenal versus Sheffield United. Teams in the opposite direction. Sheffield United seems like they're going to be in a relegation scrap this season. They've always struggled to get goals. Now it looks like they're struggling a little bit on the defensive side without having Dean Henderson between the posts. Meanwhile, Arsenal is still flying high under Mikel Arteta. They've carried, the summer trophies of the FA Cup and the Community Shield right on into this season, having a good start to their campaign so far this season. So if you parlay Liverpool and Arsenal together on the money line, that comes in at +103. Next matchups here is going to be Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Look, Chelsea, we didn't actually go on Chelsea last time, and they ended up they ended up drawing against West Brom, which is great. Maybe they've got their draw/loss out of the way. They'll, come here to Crystal Palace. They've been bowed out of the Carabao Cup in midweek. They're really just going to focus here now on the league until their other cup competitions. They're a better team than Crystal Palace. I mean, we talked about the offensive firepower that Chelsea's brought in, the defensive reinforcements too. They're a far better team than Crystal Palace. So we'll earmark that game as well. The other one we're going to look at here is Leicester versus West Ham. West Ham's just so bad. Man, they're really, really bad up under David Moyes. He's not a very good manager. Meanwhile, Leicester's, they got the Golden Boot guy who's always threatening to win the Golden Boot, and Jamie Vardy. The team is always clicking. They've, done good since a new campaign started, as opposed to when the restart due to the coronavirus pandemic. They like this new campaign. They're doing well. If you parlay Chelsea and Leicester money line, that comes in at plus 133. One more soccer game, and let's jump out of the Premier League. Before we do that, good luck to Manchester United this week, and you're playing Tottenham. I can't put any money on the game. I got way too much invested in that game, but let's go, Man U. Beat Jose Mourinho. I hate Jose Mourinho. Get that win, United. Come on. All right, let's jump over now to the Bundesliga and La Liga. We got Bayern against Hertha. Look, Bayern is an instant automatic. Just take Bayern against whoever they're playing, and they're going to get tripped up every now and then. Well, they got tripped up last time in the Bundesliga, so hopefully, again, they've got their loss out of the way. They rebounded midweek very well against Dortmund team, so looking to really have Bayern now bounce back domestically, here in the league, and I expect them to. And we're going to parlay them with Real Madrid. They're playing Levante. Look, Real Madrid is also another one of these teams that's just an automatic bet. We know Real Madrid and they're superior. We don't need to, belabor them. So if you parlay Bayern and Real Madrid, that parlay comes in at minus 143 on the money line. All right, so that's it for soccer bets. Let's jump over now to NASCAR. I'm so excited for this bet. I am really excited for Talladega and what this bet can do. We're going to pin Stenhouse Jr. up against over William Byron, and that comes in at minus 115. Look, Stenhouse's average finish at Talladega is 10.1. William Byron's average finish at Talladega is 22.8. Their driving rating here at Talladega, Stenhouse Jr. is 93.7. William Byron is 81.5. And the last 7 races at Talladega, Stenhouse has 5 top 10s. William Byron has 0 top 10s in his only 5 races at Talladega. Overall, Stenhouse Jr. in those last 7 races has 1 win and 4 top 5s. William Byron's got none of that. His stats can't even come close to competing with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. loves him super speedways. 2 career wins on NASCAR, 1 at Daytona, 1 at Talladega. This guy loves super speedways. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. over William Byron at minus 115. All right, let's jump on over now to the National Football League, the NFL. Let's do it. Bills, Raiders. I break this game. You guys know I'm a writer over at Buffalo Down. I break down the Bills game every Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube Live. I do a real extensive breakdown, usually about 20 or 25 minutes or so. Look, the Bills are going to handle the Raiders pretty easily in my mind. I'm taking Bills -3 at minus 110. And I'm also taking Bills over 3.5 touchdowns. Comes in at plus 154. If you guys want to, watch my breakdown on that, I'll go ahead and put the video, that link to that video in this description, or you can go ahead and find it in my playlist. But yeah, Bills -3 at minus 110 and over 3.5 touchdowns comes in at plus 154. Next game we want to look at here is Giants versus Rams. I mean, the Giants are a dumpster fire. They are so bad. Meanwhile, the Rams are a really, really good team. Got tripped up last week by a really, really good Bills team. I'm going to parlay Rams and Bills, and that money line parlay comes in at minus 118. I was so surprised when I saw that. I literally was just grabbing money out of my pockets and throwing them at the sportsbook. Rams, Bills, money line parlay at minus 118. I absolutely love that bet. Next one we want to look at here is Ravens versus Washington. Look, Ravens on the bounce back. They're going to be upset. They don't lose multiple games in a row. The Ravens are an excellent team. I think they're going to absolutely demolish the Redskins. But I've gone ahead and teased this down. I'm going to tease the Ravens and Rams together. I'm going to put both of those at minus 6.5. Rams minus 6.5. Ravens minus 6.5. And that actually comes in at minus 111. Again, another bet that I really love. Both of these teams should handle their opponents, the Giants and Washington. And I see them obviously both winning by a touchdown. Now I got one more NFL teaser for you guys. It's the Vikings and the Texans, and the Browns and the Cowboys. Look, for the Vikings and the Texans, both teams are 0-3. We've actually talked about the Texans. You deserve to be 0-3. You traded your best player away for peanuts. You deserve to be 0-3, Bill O'Brien. Meanwhile, the Vikings, shouldn't have lost that game last week, but that's what happens. They let the opponent come all the way back. They ended up losing that game. But I just think they're going to hang tough. And then Browns, Cowboys. The Browns are a top 5 rushing game, where the Cowboys' rushing defense isn't very good due to all the injuries they've had. So the Browns can keep this close and maybe even win this game. But I've given myself a huge cushion here. I'm gonna parlay Vikings plus 13.5. And parlay that with Browns plus 13.5, and that parlay comes in at minus 138. Vikings 13.5, Browns 13.5, 138 on the NFL teaser. Guys, remember, last week we went 3-0 in the NFL. Let's have another great, solid NFL. Those are 12 bets I just gave for you guys. Go ahead and like this video. If you're on one, if you're going to follow me on one of those 12 bets, go ahead and like this video. If you're going to follow me on more, you want to drop in the comment section, let me know which of those 12 you're going to be following me on. Don't forget, guys, follow me on Twitter. It's at WinningBetsPod. It's at WinningBetsPod. Because NFL prop bets usually don't come out till Saturday, maybe sometime even on Sunday. So I love NFL props. It's like taking fantasy football and putting it in real life. I really love NFL prop bets, so look for me to make some of those on Twitter. And then I may make another teaser bet. I'm still, combing it over, waiting for some last-minute injuries, that may come out over the next day or so. So look for some more teasers and more NFL prop bets on Twitter. So make sure you're following me on there. And lastly thing here, on Monday, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I've got an update on my DirecTV situation, and on Monday, I'm going to be doing a giveaway that's around that DirecTV situation. So make sure you come back on Monday and really come back, get your money that we've just poured out, 12 bets, fill your pockets up with money, and then come away and then come back on Monday for that free giveaway that I'll be doing. All right, guys, I'm Jason Mattis, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.